extra time.
No, no, it's yeah, don't know yet. Yeah, obviously sitting pretty comfortable. Thought I didn't have to bat, and then yeah, it got really tight. I think sometimes when it's a big over need like 14, you actually become quite relaxed. The pressure's off a bit. So yeah, just knew the outfield was really fast. So try and hit the ball on the ground, and a couple came off our bats, which was good, and just ran hard, and yeah, it worked out in the end. But yeah, it hasn't happened for a while. I think especially overseas, especially in a place like India, which is so foreign to Australian conditions, against one of the best sides in the world, it'll be a huge result for us. So, like all the really good sides, I felt like we had the game sewed up last night, and they just fought their way back. So we know, tomorrow night we're going to have to play really well. They're going to come back and play really well, like they always do. So yeah, see how we go. But to be one up, away series, we haven't been in this position for a while, so it's great.
Pat, you obviously had a couple of great months with the bat recently, starting with the Test series. Has that affected the way you think about your own game over the last few months, and have you been preparing differently? Are you possibly thinking about being higher up in the order?
I think I'm pretty happy down at number 8 or 9. I feel like my role in the team as a batsman is just to try and survive and bat extra time, and hopefully I've got a batsman down the other end who can really cash in and who's set. Especially in Test matches, that was my role. I feel like I might not have all the big shots like a lot of the batsmen, so yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I think preparing for a game as a bowler, you can't just prepare for bowling, you've got to prepare for everything. So I think that's probably something that's hit home the last couple of years. Just you have to make sure you're right in the field, do all your catching, fielding, and for batting, just make sure you're 100%, because that first Test in Adelaide, out of nowhere, we almost got home. That's how close games can be these days. So yeah, I really enjoy it, but no, I'm pretty happy down the bottom of the order.
Pat, looking through your career, you seem to have done really well in those clutch moments. Go back to your Test debut, even in the Gabba Test match this year, and then in Vizag the other day. What is it about those moments that sees you perform so well?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think you play professional sport, you want to be in the moments where you can win a game. And I think T20 is a great format. Almost feels like every second game, every third game, you're in a position to either win the game or, with the game's on the line. So, yeah, fortunately, so far, a few have come off for me. Yeah, just try and swing the bat, bowl the ball. But I think you hear a lot of the players say, and I'm no different, off the field, terribly nervous watching them go about their business. But once you're out in the field, it's you're in control. You've done it heaps of times before, and yeah, that's why you play. So I'm normally more relaxed when I'm actually out there in the moment than I am off the field. And yeah, I think sometimes when the game's feels like it's almost lost, that's when you feel like you can relax and you've got nothing to lose.
What are you expecting from the conditions? He was low scorer in Vizag, but what about Bangalore?
Yeah, it seems to be a funny wicket the last couple of years. The first few times I came and played here, 7, 8 years ago, it was always felt like it was about 220, played 220. The last couple of years in IPL that I've seen here, it's been a bit lower scoring. So yeah, I haven't had a look at the wicket, but that seems to be how it's played, maybe a little bit drier than other wickets. But yeah, I thought Vizag, low scoring game, but a great game. So I'm sure either way it'll be pretty tight here.
And by the sounds of it, names in the group, can you share what those are? And have you given any nicknames to any other guys?
All my nicknames are pretty flattering at the moment, to be honest. I've got AB and number 1, so yeah, I'll hang on to them for a while. But Big Stoiny's, I think Virat said in the press that he's the biggest threat, so he's got BT at the moment. Obviously got the GOAT. There's always new nicknames, but they're never very clever.
Yeah. Pat, you spoke about the pitch in Vizag. White ball cricket generally, it's tended to be batsman friendly over the last several years. So as a bowler, what do you make of surfaces where batting is not as easy as it is in other conditions?
Love it. Yeah, more of it. I think, especially somewhere like Vizag, in T20s you normally prepare for death bowling, being Yorkers, slower balls, trying to kind of outsmart the batsman, whereas on a wicket like that, it felt like it was a wicket where you could just, bowling good balls was going to be good enough. It was hard work. The ball felt like it was swinging a little bit at the end. And yeah, I love it. It's just a really good contest. As I said, there's not too many T20 games that are, I think it was 127, and it was a great game, went down to the last ball. So as a fan, I really enjoy seeing those tie contests. As a bowler, I love not going for 50 off my 4 overs. So yeah, I like those kind of wickets.
Hi Pat. So earlier you said like India being a very good side. So the World Cup is round the corner, and you have come to India, playing against India in tough conditions, and India have a solid batting lineup. So is that an ideal preparation for the bowling unit primarily?
Yeah, I think playing cricket anywhere is good preparation. I think in some regards the conditions are obviously going to be different here to what they'll be in the World Cup, but there's a lot of games in the World Cup, so I think in the back of our minds we think by the end of the World Cup the wickets might be a bit more tired and they might spin a bit more like these Indian wickets. As bowlers, I think if you can take wickets here, especially in the middle overs, against a really good lineup in wickets that are probably not as bowler friendly, it's going to put us in great stead for the World Cup. So I think it's really good practice. We've still got heaps of games in England over there, but challenging yourself against the world's best batsmen, seeing how they go about it, seeing what works for us in these conditions, I think will be pretty transferable to us in the World Cup.
I don't know how many of the memes that you've seen, but do you feel like someone who's just completely on top of your game, that kind of everything's turning to gold, that no matter what the challenge is with bat and ball, that you'll find a way to do it?
I haven't seen too many memes, no, but yeah, obviously just really happy with how my game's going at the moment. So many different things have fallen into place, and there's obviously a bit of luck, and I think just playing quite a lot of consistent cricket just means I feel like I can just concentrate on my skills, and I've got a lot of confidence, and I haven't played too much white ball cricket this summer, so I'm keen for the challenge that is. It's a totally different challenge to red ball that might swing around a bit more. So yeah, I still feel like I've got lots to learn. Trying to take white ball wickets and death bowling, things that I haven't done too much of lately. But yeah, I couldn't be happy with how I'm placed. I feel like I can just concentrate on going out there and bowling well and not having to worry about too much else.
Pat, obviously you saw Jasprit Bumrah there in the Test series, and then now in Vizag, the 19th over, he almost nearly helped India win. So what is it about facing him for you when you watch him bowl? I mean, what is it that he does so well?
Yeah, he's obviously a class act. I think two of the really, basics that he does well is, he bowls fast and he bowls accurately. And I think anyone that does that in world cricket is going to be, a real challenge for our batsmen to face. But I think, added to that, he's got a great slower ball. He seems to have a good cricketing brain and just executes his skills really well. So he's obviously a class bowler. He's done really well for India in all 3 formats. So he's always one to watch out. But it's nothing new. In Australia, we've got lots of fast bowlers. So our batsmen have all faced it again. But that's a challenge to try and score runs off the best bowlers in the world.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.